So, guys, time for another smoke break. Oh, I'm going to talk about today. See this getting talked about more and more, the minimum wage debate. I'm just going to touch on some stuff like that I kind of see on both sides that you know I think on both sides people kind of avoid certain, I don't know if I want to call them facts in certain areas that, by areas I mean actual areas in the country, in your state. And one big one is the minimum wage may be $7.50 an hour, but at least in like my area, there are not too many like jobs that I know of that actually pay people $7.50 an hour for very long. The reason being, they can't find anyone to fucking work there. All right. Because people can't support themselves on it on a 40-hour work week. So even with like if you're getting TANF or welfare money or whatever, it's still like, fucking, why the fuck am I going to do that? All they do is take away their benefits. We'll call them benefits or whatever, welfare benefits, as your pay increases. All right, so you're kind of like, so to a lot of these people, they're not really making out by working in these in. So what Maine did is they required people to be looking for a job or be doing 20 hours of community service, I think was one thing they could do a week. But basically, it was kind of like they made it kind of like unemployment. Like if you were fucking an able-bodied person, like if you're disabled or something, like they weren't like, what do they like edited that out. But if you were an able-bodied person, you had to look for a job or get a job. So that kind of helped the filling of the positions at these places, but it's still the minimum wage. The unofficial minimum wage in my area is not fucking $7.50 an hour. The unofficial minimum wage in my area, I would say, is probably like $8.50 to $9.50 an hour, because I know. I think about two years ago, like all the gas stations around my area gave everybody like $9 an hour starting or something like that. So when the gas stations are paying gas station attendants night, $8.75, $9 an hour to start. That's the fucking pretty much the new minimum wage. Now they had a McDonald's job fair because McDonald's can't find anyone to work for them because they were paying $7.50 an hour. So there was a job fair. I think it was in a job fair, like open interview thing, and they had it a local radio station. Go there, and they did on-spot interviews, and they advertised, the starting pay is $9.50 an hour. All right, because they can't. That's because people. The minimum wage is what people already can survive on. That's what I'm trying to say. In my area, I've never lived in a fucking concrete city. I mean, maybe, I don't know, I guess life's different down there, so they pay people maybe less. I don't fucking know. But I don't know why, poor people have to fucking not be fucking working in jobs they can't fucking survive on. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to talk about like another type of, fabrication or something that I think is a fabrication, maybe that I have like a different perspective on the other side of things. Maybe I'll just sum up my position. what I guess I'm trying to say is that the economy, how I view the economy is, and negotiation is all about leverage. Everything is leveraged out. So whoever has the leverage in the situation is going to have a better negotiating position. And what creates leverage for poor people, in my view, in fact, is not using the government to raise the minimum wage. Because what that's going to do is, I'm not going to say it doesn't help them out some, but it does not help out people as much as the pro minimum wage raisers say it's going to help them. Because what's going to happen is things are going to cycle around in your specific area. So let's say you raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, okay? And everyone's like, yay, $15 an hour. All right, and it's going to take time, but everything's going to cycle around, and everything's going to get more expensive in your area by a little bit, and a little bit, and a little bit. First, it'll be fucking gas or something. You'll notice, let's say maybe just your town makes it $15 an hour. You're going to go around your town, and you're going to see your gas prices are going up. Like, well, if I can fucking go out of town, it's 20 cents less or 30 cents less. Well, that's what happens. And that's going to go all the way up into rent. Because that's what everyone keeps complaining about, why we should raise the minimum wage is because of rent. It's going to go up. The rent's going to go up when you raise the minimum wage. Everything cycles around. What does help poor people is, or I don't want to say just because I'm fucking poor as shit too, to be honest with you, but but I live in Maine. It's the economy is really weird up here. You got fucking winter to worry about. You got to fucking heat your house, 6-7 months out of the year, but maybe even 8. So that kind of takes a lot of money away. You have to fucking replace your car because the fucking salt eats away at your fucking car and all this other bullshit. But what I'm trying to say is, what I noticed did help out my area was when these factory workers in factories added jobs. So when they added 18 with all the jobs around the area, and there was this company, I'm not going to say their name, but they added 800 jobs. As soon as they added those 800 jobs, about 3 months after that, that's when, like I was talking about before, was when the gas stations and McDonald's started paying people more money. All right, because what happens is there's people that will work those jobs, because factory work is rough on your body a little bit. Okay, so some people that might be not in the best of health or are in this area of 50s to early 60s where they work these jobs and saved some money, but they just need a lower physically demanding job. They'll take the fucking $4 or $5 pay cut, but they won't take a fucking $8 pay cut. All right, so that's what I think some of these companies figured out. And that's kind of what's helping out a lot of poor people getting into entry level positions in my area at McDonald's and all these things. And what I want to say to the conservatives, and some other people, is you guys have to stop saying these things that are really demeaning to people that work these jobs, the burger flippers. Okay. First off, those burger flippers might not be burger flippers for very long. A lot of the time, they're getting that's to fucking pay the rent for a year as they're looking for another job at one of these factory working places. So I just, some of these things, I think it's really discouraging to people that are trying to better themselves. I want to encourage people to get a job. It's better than them sitting around, collecting our, welfare checks and not fucking do anything with their lives. And they probably will get into fucking doing things that might not be in the up and up morally, ethically, or legally. So I think we should encourage people to get jobs, whether anywhere that's fucking McDonald's or anything. I think that's on that side of things that we need to do better on. If you're a conservative person, stop fucking demeaning people that actually do get jobs, even if it is like an entry level job that, in your view, doesn't take much talent or skill. I say in your view, I think that these jobs are a little bit more demanding than you give them credit for, especially when they're dealing with a high number of people every day. And I know personally that about 2% of people are fucking total assholes and dickwads. So that means you deal with 2,000 people, 200 of them are every day or whatever are going to be around that are going to be fucking dicks. All right. So let's just keep that in mind when we're out fucking insulting people's line of work. It's been Smoke Break. Have a good night.